have to say it every video. It's a catchphrase now, so it has to be said every video. If y'all want me to change it, let me know. Again, we'll see who's got their notifications turned on. We actually changed to this water. It's alkaline water. They watched, my wife and stepdaughter watched some videos and did some tests on the water, and the Aquafina and stuff we were drinking were really acidic or something, I don't know. So they changed to this, and there's some other kind of water in there as well. I don't know, but I'm going to let some people get on before I talk about what I'm doing. What is going on, Christina? How are you? Congratulations, man. Your channel is blowing up. It's awesome. I'm really happy for you. Great job on the channel. It's really took off in the past year or so. Everybody seems to love those tiny houses. I've never understood your faces so far. I know it. It gets furrier. Check us out. It's actually flat. You can't really tell how long the beard is until you actually start pulling out on it because it lays so flat. I don't know. But I've never in my life ever, yeah, it is very puffy. I've never in my life ever considered living in a tiny house. No way. I just couldn't do it. There's no way. I would actually like to have one a little bit bigger than what I got now. I don't know, but there's no way I could ever live in a tiny home. But man, them things do good on YouTube, I can say that. What's up, man? I've been binging your videos since I found your channel last week. Thanks for the info. Connor, I appreciate you watching the videos, man. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying the channel. I had a lot of Tundra content this week and last week. Tons of Tundra content. Did get the shackles put on day before yesterday. Not sure when I'm going to upload that video, but they're on. They look good, I'll tell you that. Just, you won't believe it when you see it. It's pretty awesome. I think it's pretty awesome. I think a lot of people is going to want to do this to their truck with those exact shackles after seeing it. That's what I think. What's going on, String Bean? How you doing, buddy? Hey, Bean, long time no see. I know, long time no see, man. I gotta eat a cricket. I was challenged to do in a video. I gotta be honest with you. Just because somebody dares you or challenges you to do something in a video does not mean you have to do it. Doesn't mean it. Be a leader, not a follower. I've always said that. I think I even said that in one of my first videos. Be a leader, not a follower. Just because somebody dares you to do something don't mean you have to do it. If you're only liked because you do what people say, then they don't really like you. So if those people will turn against you after that, you didn't need them anyway. Just saying. Hi, Christina. Gear, what's up? Not much, man. Not much. All right, we got, I don't know, 16 people on here. Hey, there's only one thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. So what I'm thinking about, and it don't have anything to do with this channel. That was kind of like a clickbait type thing. But you all may like this. Now, a lot of you may know or may not know that I have a second channel, and it was currently called Guns with Gear. And I got to be honest with you, gun reviews kind of require me to leave my house, drive about 45 minutes away to do a gun review. And I was like, I got so much stuff going on, I don't have time to go 45 minutes away and then spend a few hours and then drive 45 minutes back home. I just don't have time to do that. So what I'm thinking about doing is, I've always loved EDC gear and knives and stuff like that. Now, I'm not going to say guns will never make it to the channel, but I'm thinking about changing that channel. Actually, I've already changed the name of it. I think it's called Knives and Gear or something like that. So I think I'm going to change it to reviewing knives, because knives are something I can review here. I don't have to leave. I don't have to do anything like that. And a lot of them are cheaper than guns. So for what I could buy like a Glock 19 for, I could buy 2 or 3 knives. Now, that's not always the case. I just ordered a knife that was, 2/3 or more the price of a Glock 19. So not all knives are cheap, but I think it's, and there's another reason too. It ain't all about the money, but that's how I support this channel, and the things I do is with the money I make off this channel. So if I do knives, if I review knives on my other channel, YouTube will let me eventually monetize that channel. And I would appreciate if, 1,000 of you all went straight there right now and subscribe to that channel. I'll try to link it in the description below when this is all over with. I can't do it while it's live, but I'll try to link it below. But it's called Knives and Gear, I believe it is. And I have a lot of knives. A lot of knives. And a lot of just EDC stuff in general. And it's going to be more like an EDC channel. Ever since I was a little kid, I've always really enjoyed EDC gear and stuff like that. Sunglasses, watches, knives, guns, keychains, anything that had to do with like EDC stuff. We do a fixed blade bushcraft knives. Yes, I have a couple of those. So here's what I did. I started going through videos looking at knives because there's stuff, I would like to kind of see what it looks like in people's hands and stuff. I didn't really get their full opinions on it, and I don't do that on here as either. Like, I don't watch a lot of truck videos, like Tundra videos, because I don't want my opinion. Sorry, I can't stay. I have to head into the. Hey, I just appreciate you stopping by, Christina. You have a great day and stay safe out there. But lost my train of thought. EDC, Microtech for me. Okay, yeah, Microtech's awesome, man. I'm looking at a Microtech too. But I don't watch a lot of truck videos because I don't want my opinion to be swayed of that product by somebody else's opinion. Sometimes that can happen. You can be watching somebody's video and they can talk you into liking it. And I don't want that to be the case if I'm going to review something for you guys. I want to give you my honest opinion of it. I edited, I ain't been able to sleep the last few nights, and I've edited like 14 or 15 videos over the last couple of nights. And I've been staying up like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning the last 2 nights editing videos. And I edited one this morning, and I really liked the product after I got it installed. It was a horrible installation. Oh my gosh. It was horrible. It's a product by Go Rhino. I don't think their quality control is the best anyway. You'll see in the video, they didn't send all the parts. They had to send me a couple of the item I ordered because they were dented and scratched. And the second ones they sent me were also scratched. So I just got tired of fooling with it and took the best of both of them and then put them on. And then some of the screw holes had like flashing and stuff inside them. So I had to take the bolts and clear out the holes before I can install it. Horrible quality control over there. Once I got the product installed, loved it. But the installation, it almost made me tell you all don't order it because it was so horrendous. I tell you what, it was so bad that I called them so many times complaining about it, and it was legitimate complaints because I was sending them pictures of what was going on, that they sent me something free for my Tundra to review for you guys because I was having so much problem. But I want to tell y'all something. I've told y'all this before. Just because a company sends a Rhino video, I eat them up in that video, man, because it was horrible. I want to go ahead and give y'all a heads up right now. I complain a lot in that video because of the quality control issues with that. And the new product they sent me, I'm not lying to you guys, they left a part out of that one too, and they were sending it to me to make up for all the problems with the other one. Now, I do want to say they stand behind their product. I have a rant video coming out of a company that does not stand behind their product, but like Bushwhacker, Go Rhino will stand behind their products. They sent me new parts. The part they left out of the other thing they sent for the Tundra, they overnighted that part to me. I called about 4 o'clock and complained that they left something out again, and the next day at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I received the part that they left out. So great company as far as standing behind the product, horrible company as far as quality control. But back to what I was talking about. So I'm thinking about I'm going to change my second channel to Knives with Gear. And the gear aspect, of course, is gear, but it's also like EDC gear, and then the knives, of course, itself. But I have tons of knives, just tons and tons of knives that I can review on this and get going. And what I started to say earlier was I got on here and I was watching videos and stuff about different knives I might be interested in, and just knives in general that I may not even know about. And as I watched these videos, I would go to like Blade HQ, which is where I buy a lot of my knives at. They don't give me a discount or nothing. They just have really good shipping. Seems to be really great guys. They have a YouTube channel, and they seem to be really nice people there, so I order from them. Smoky Mountain Knife Works is about an hour from me, and sometimes when we're not under a pandemic, I go up there. But under the pandemic, their prices are usually a little bit higher than Blade HQ, so I'll just go ahead and order from Blade HQ if I'm about to order. But if it's something that I want in my hand today, and yeah, a lot of times I'll just go pick it up there, because an hour drive and an hour back for something I want right now. Sometimes my patience gets the best of me, and I just can't wait. This little buckle was poking me in the head, in case y'all was wondering. That's why I kept fidgeting with it. So I'm going to change that channel. And plus, like I said, YouTube will allow me to monetize that channel. And by getting that channel monetized, will allow me to buy stuff to review on that channel. And I think a lot of people really like EDC gear and stuff. And I have a lot of experience in EDC gear and knives and stuff like that. So I think that's something I'm knowledgeable enough about that I can make that a decent channel, and that's exactly why I'm going to do that. Let me get caught up on the comments here just a second. Will you do? Yeah, yes. What I started to say about that, I cannot remember what the name of that company. Battle Horse Knives. It may not have been them. There's some custom company I was looking at that has a bushcraft knife. Now I don't know a lot about bushcraft. I'm willing to learn because I've got a bunch of wood down here. I can actually just use that and don't have to go anywhere, and I have nothing but time. But I'm willing to learn bushcraft. But yes, bushcraft is something that I'm actually looking at. EDC Microtech. I used to EDC, a Microtech, Ultratech, OTF. Every once in a while. I didn't EDC it all the time, but I did. But what I'm looking at on the Microtech is I want either a black or an OD green. I found an OD green one. Combat Trudon. I pronounce it Truden, but I think they actually, the other day on Blade HQ, I heard them, it was like Truodon or something like that. With the Tonto blade. That's not a knife that I would just use for EDC. It's more of a self-defense type knife to me. One reason is I don't like sharpening Tonto blades. Tonto, however you want to do it. Tanto. I don't like sharpening those because if you don't get it right, you'll round off that sharp edge. So that would probably be more of a self-defense knife for me. That way it wouldn't get used as often. Not that I wouldn't ever use it, but I wouldn't hard use it, so I'd have to sharpen it more often, like I do like my Chris Reeves Sebenza. I abuse that Sebenza, and it just keeps taking it. What we got? Hey, from Indiana. What's going on, James? How's it going, buddy? Welcome to the live stream. I appreciate you being here. I don't have a lot of these anymore. I've actually had one the last 2 weeks. I miss talking to you guys. I may throw them in here and there because I do miss interacting with you all. And I know I said I was going to cut back on the videos, and I really tried to cut back. But I like doing this. And there may be weeks that I get a little burnt out. There may be weeks that I don't have the time to put a video up 5 days that. But on the I just can't bring myself to stop. I'm addicted. Been a while since I did a live. Welcome to the live stream. Hey Gear, what's up? Victor, not much, but we're sitting here chilling out in the yard. It's been a nice day. I mowed the yard earlier. About 80 degrees today, probably in the mid 70s right now. Just been a really nice day. A little bit humid, but not horrible. Gear, a woman that went live in Victoria's Secret because I dared her to almost sent me a pic. Oh man. Bean. Look, man. You need to find you a woman that lives near you, that you can see on a daily basis. That you can go out with, have fun with. These internet relationships aren't where it's at. I understand that a lot of people do the internet stuff and meet people on the internet and stuff like that, but that's just not where it's at, man. That's not a meaningful relationship. Because a woman sends you a picture of herself in a thong or whatever it is, you're never going to meet this person. That's a lustful situation. And that's just not a good thing, man. That's just not a good thing. You know, it's not godly. It's just pure lust is all it is. And I know we're all men and we have emotions and stuff like that. I get it. But my advice is find someone that lives around you that you can have a meaningful relationship with, that you can hang out with, that you can talk to, that you can do stuff like that with. These internet things, you're always going to have a hole where a relationship could fill that hole. And that, don't take that the wrong way. That's not the way I meant it. I was talking about like in your heart. That's just my 2 cents. William Collins, WCSK is awesome. Let me screenshot that real quick. I will look that up, Mo. I will definitely look that up and see what it looks like. I've had a couple of bushcraft knives. I just never did really get into bushcraft, but now that I'm going to do a channel, I think that's a good thing to do. I don't know if I'm going to dive real deep into it, but I would like to actually do some bushcraft. But I used to have a Spyderco bushcraft knife, and I can't remember what it was. Man, at one time, I was a knife fanatic, and I had hundreds of knives. And the only bad thing about buying a knife is you can flip knives. I mean, you can sell them. But a lot of times, if it's not some kind of sprint run or some kind of custom or limited edition, that the books are either closed on or you have a 6 or month to a year waiting list, you're going to lose money on a knife. I mean, it's like kind of like buying cars. You're probably going to lose money on them. And I lost a lot of money on a lot of those knives. Who is the Amish that over here? I know, right? Got all this beard going on here. Hey, Andy, a long time since I called. Hey, Sean, how's it going, buddy? I appreciate you being here. I really do. Been a long time since I've been live. I've only done like 2 in the last month and a half or 2 months, maybe even 3 months. I don't know. It's been a while. But back to Bean's question about the Amish guy with the beard. You know, I've been under this pandemic, been kind of stuck at the house a lot. And I was like, well, I give up. I'm just going to let my hair grow. I'm gonna let my beard grow. I've not shaved in probably month and a half, 2 months, I guess. I don't know. I've not had a haircut since I shaved my head. I think it was in April. So my hair don't grow extremely fast, but this is since April, and this has been about a month and a half, 2 months, something like that. So my 5 o'clock shadow is definitely gone. Where we at? There we go. Hello, and Dan, what is going on? Dan, the man, Solderholm. How are you, my friend? Hope you are doing great. Yeah, it's been a long time since I did a live stream, and I appreciate you being here. And this really shows me who all has the notifications on, man, because if I don't schedule live streams like I used to, and people just don't know they're on, you know, the notifications what's going to get them. So I do really appreciate y'all having that notification bell turned on. Dan, hey Andy, what's up? Steve, how's it going, buddy? String bean. I accidentally unfollowed Rob and his wife on IG. I don't do much Instagram anymore. I don't know why. I just kind of quit doing that. I really don't know why. I don't know. I focus. I guess that's why I do more videos on here than what I said I was going to do. It's because I quit Facebook. I didn't do much Facebook anyway. And I quit Instagram basically. I still put a picture up every once in a while, but not very often. So that really freed up time and gave me some extra time and gave me time to relax. So I was like, yeah, I got some extra time. I'll do more videos. I'd rather do YouTube videos than Instagram any day of the week. That's the picture that I posted on Instagram. I just said I don't do much Instagram, but I will look it up. I screenshot it and I'll look it up. I've not been on Instagram in a long time, other than if you all send me questions. If y'all send me questions or comments through the DMs on Instagram, I do try to answer those. It may take me a day or two, but I do try to answer those, and that's about the only way I get on Instagram anymore. Good point, Gear. Internet relations are superficial. They definitely are, and they're very suspect at that, because Bean, you know, if you're in a chat room, I know you was on Instagram or YouTube, but if you're in a chat room, that could be a dude. I mean, I'm just saying, it may not even be a girl. I mean, internet relationships aren't the way to go. I like the gray letters on your skid plate. That's why I bought the metallic gray Tundra. Steve, I appreciate it, man, and I love the metallic gray Tundra. That was my first choice in a Tundra color. And I've got a couple reasons on why I didn't buy magnetic metallic gray. and I may do a video on this, but I'll give you all the inside scoop right now. My buddy at work that blew the engine in his truck, I've seen the blown engine Tundra at 52,000 miles. His truck is magnetic metallic gray, and he had his before I bought mine, probably about 3 to 4 months. And I told him, I said, man, I really like the gray trucks. And he's like, look, man, you cannot buy a gray truck after I have a gray truck. And nobody else in this parking lot has a gray truck. There's a silver one, a red one of the brown colored ones, bronze ones. I'm the only gray one. I was like, you're right, I wouldn't want somebody doing that to me. So, and the second thing was, when I found my truck, it only had like right at 14,000 miles on it. I think it was a little under, but right at 14,000 miles. And it had the wheels on it that I wanted. I wanted them wheels forever. I want them forever. And there was like, I don't know, like a 6-month back order to get those wheels for my Ford F-150. I had an F-150 before this truck, and that's what I was trading in. And now you can't even get those wheels. That company went out of business. The owner got sick, and he had to close the doors, so you can't even buy those wheels anymore. But this truck had them on it, and I knew there was a back order to get them, and I was like, that's my truck. Already had a 3-inch lift, 35-inch tires, had the wheels, the exact wheels I wanted, and an exhaust, and I was like, I'm going with that one. I mean, it had a lot of mod upgrades to it, had just enough miles on it that I got a pretty decent depreciation on the vehicle, and I was in. I was in on that. I was like, heck yeah, let's do it. Man, I'm behind right here. I'm way behind. Every knife I've ever had, all the screws fall out. Haven't found a good one yet. Really? I've never had a problem with my screws coming out. Now, I will tell you this, if you have that problem, you can always put just a little dab blue Loctite on it, and that'll fix it. But I've never, to my knowledge, that I can remember, I've never had a screw come out of a knife. That would suck. I cut a lanyard off one time and didn't realize the lanyard, it was my Chris Reeve Sabenza actually, and didn't realize that the lanyard went through the little offset. I thought it was an offset in the back spacer, and I didn't realize the lanyard left that in, and that thing fell out of the knife. And like 2 weeks later, after I seen it was missing, I found it in my Husky floor liners in my truck. Now, I don't know how much that little back spacer is, that little spacer is for your lanyard, but I'd say it's pretty expensive. And them Husky floor liners, if they've never done anything else, saved me a lot of money on that. But that's the only thing I've ever had fell out. There we go. You do any fishing? I'd like to send you some of my popcorn quartz to check out. I used to fish a lot. I haven't fished in a while. I really like fishing, and we have planned on getting a boat eventually. The whole thing with getting the place at the lake, you can't find anywhere at the lake. We wanted to buy a camper at the lake and buy a pontoon boat so we could do some fishing and just laying out on the water and stuff like that. And literally with the pandemic, where we want, I'm sure we could find one somewhere else, but there's like 3 or 4 campsites that we want to be at because it's in a good location that we like, and there's nothing. And the thing is, if you want to buy a camper and put it on those campsites, there's like a 30-person waiting list to get a campsite. And I'm not talking about like a weekend. I want like a permanent type spot. And if you buy a camper that's already on a permanent spot, you get the option to leave it there. So if you got in a 30-person waiting list, you may be there 5-6 years before a spot ever come available, or longer. So we've been kind of monitoring around those campsites, seeing if somebody just wants to sell a camper that's already set up. That's what we want to buy. And there's nothing, man. With this pandemic, nobody is selling anything like that. But if I could get a boat, I would probably go back to fishing, but I've not fished in a while. But I'd love to check them out because I bet they're pretty awesome. Got a good beard going on and looking like me over here. Thanks, Cole. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it lays down. It's a lot longer than you would think it is. It lays down really flat, but it's a lot longer than you think it is. Dan retracted a couple messages. What does Pam think about the beard? That's one that matters. I got to be honest with you. She don't care. She don't care. She don't like it when I shave completely because I look younger than her. Funny story. I may have already told this once, but it's funny. I'm going to tell it again. We went to Cracker Barrel, not Cracker Barrel, Olive Garden, about 2.5 years ago. And the waitress walked up, I don't drink anymore, but the waitress walked up and we wanted to try a mojito. It may even been longer than 2 years ago, but we'd never tried a mojito. We want to try one. So we ordered a mojito. And the woman carded me. She wanted to see my driver's license, and I showed it to her. And I'd shaved. I'd just shaved, so I haven't any hair on my face. And Pam goes, you want to see mine? And she goes, oh, no, you're all right, no. And she just turned around and walked off. And I was like, oh, I look younger than you. But I'm actually about a year and a half older than her. But it was funny. Oh, she was mad. Whew, was she mad? She's like, that girl's just flirting with you. She don't think I look older than you. I was like, oh, no, I wasn't dead at all. I wasn't dead. You actually just look older. I still remind her of that today whenever I want a good laugh. But it was pretty funny. It was actually really funny. My wife keeps asking me to shave the beard off. My wife has never asked me to shave off my beard. I may not shave this until at least after I go back to work, and I don't know when that's going to be. Right now, they technically have me off till January 1st, but we'll find out. But I may just let this grow. I don't know. Please ignore my old screen name, LOL. The King of Swing. Everyone hit the like button. Yes, please. Everybody hit that like button. It helps the channel out. Helps get this out, and helps it get what's it called? I can't remember. It helps the channel out. I'm a loss for word. I think you should order a Ram TRX for the channel. Oh man, that truck is pretty bad with 702 horsepower or something. Man, that's but it's $70,000. That's a lot of cheddar, man. Whew, that's a lot. I can't pay 70 grand for a truck. I'm gonna have to make a whole lot more money on here than I'm making right now to shell out $70,000 for a truck. Before I'd probably pay $70,000 for a truck, I would probably buy some kind of used Ferrari or some kind of used supercar. I don't know, 70 grand, that's a lot. It's a nice truck, don't get me wrong. It is a nice truck, but whew, that's a lot. Soft, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that, buddy. I've quit a lot of social media, IG a little bit now, but I've just been working, golfing, and fishing. Hey, that's the 3 great things you could be doing, man. Working, golfing, and fishing. Nice beer, bro. Pickup truck plus SUV talk. Everybody go check Tim out right there. Go check him out. Subscribe to his channel. Great channel. I appreciate it. It's about a month and a half, 2 months growth, something like that. I got bored during the quarantine, and when I get bored, I do crazy things. So I just thought I would let this stuff kind of grow out. And I'm going to get it down to here. I'm just going to let it grow massively. I was shaving up underneath here, but it's starting to get long enough to fill in, so we've even quit doing that. Hey, Gear, been watching your mods for a while. John, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for watching the channel. I really appreciate it. I hope I've gave you some great ideas. There's been some stuff I've done to my truck. I don't regret anything, but there's been some stuff I might have done a little bit differently if I would have had to do over with. But I love all my mods, and I hope I've gave you some great ideas for your truck and showed you how easy or difficult it is to install them. Love your Roush. John, I appreciate that very much. It's sitting right there. It is for sale. It may be sold. Don't know. Fingers crossed. I've had a couple people that was going to come buy it, and then they backed out the last minute. So it may be sold Sunday. I don't want to say it is because I don't want to jinx it, but it very well may be gone really soon. And then there'll be something else coming to the channel very shortly thereafter. Actually, I'll go ahead and tell y'all what it is because I don't know how much it'll be on here. I don't know. This has actually been underway for a long time. We were going to take the Roush after it sold and buy a camper, and then we decided we'll just buy the camper when it comes time to do that. But my wife is wanting a Mercedes G something. It's some kind of SUV that Mercedes makes. And she's all about that now. That's what she wants. And this has been, I've not told y'all about this, but this is actually, a few people on here have known this for quite a while, probably at least a month and a half, 2 months-ish. But when she traded her other Honda Accord in, somebody had hit that car. We was in an accident in it, and we were a little bit upside down in that car. We traded in on her Civic Si. So what I'm going to do is, I am going to sell the Mustang because it's paid for. It's not eating nothing. It's paid for, and I'm going to take the money that I get out of that, and I'm going to pay off her Civic. Like I said, this has been our way for a long time. There's people on here that know how long I've been planning this. I know Rob said he was going to do a Civic Si, and I'm not doing it because he is. Don't get me wrong. I was planning this even before he was planning this. I just couldn't get the car sold. And I'm going to pay off her Civic, and I'm going to take her Civic as a channel car, and I'm probably going to do like downpipes, exhaust, intake, a K-tuner, and possibly a larger turbo. I'll probably lower it a little bit, do different tires. We'll just see how fast we can get a 2018 Civic. If she trades that car in, I'm sure they're going to tell her she's going to be upside down on that car as well. And she's going to owe some exorbitant amount on this Mercedes SUV. So I'm going to sell my Mustang, pay off her car and keep it, and then she can buy the Mustang, or we can buy the Mustang, or not Mustang, but Mercedes outright and get it a probably $6,000 or $8,000 cheaper than we could trade in her car. It is what it is. The Civic has always been on this channel here and there. It's not like it's going to be anything new. We've had this Civic now since 2018, so 2 years. We've been on the channel for a while. Somebody backed into the Civic, to tell you the truth about it, so they'd probably say she was way upside down that, even though literally all they did was replace the grill. It didn't hurt anything. They didn't fix the bumper, the headlights. It just busted the grill, and they had to replace the grill. I think it did like $450 worth of damage. And if you do $450 worth of damage to a car today, you've done nothing. So I'm going to take that, and I don't know how long I'll have. It gets 38 miles a gallon. The best thing I've got here, including the Mustang, is 18 miles a gallon. So it's going to get way better. If nothing else, it's an awesome daily driver. It'll be paid off, and I can just motor around in it and save miles on everything else, and save a ton of money on gas as well. And it's a fun car to drive. I ain't gonna lie. We've took this thing on trips. I've done videos of her Civic Si talking about taking it, and it's a coupe. It's a two-door coupe, and taking it to Florida several times in the past. And we've packed that trunk full of like 10-foot canopies, 2 beach chairs, like 4 pieces of luggage, cornhole boards. We packed this car full of stuff because the rear seats will lay down, and still got almost 40 miles a gallon, and it hauled all this stuff down there with no problem. So like I said, it's been on the channel several times in the past. It just may show up a little more now because I'm going to have full access to it all the time. That's if she likes what she goes and looks at. She says she wants this Mercedes. If she goes up there and looks at it, gets in it, drives it down the road and hates it, there'll be a new plan. But whatever it is, I'm going to take the money I get out of this Mustang, and I will buy something else, whatever it may be. But right now, that is the plan. I really like the cement color. Oh, I like the cement color too. The magnetic gray is my favorite, but the cement color is pretty awesome too. Oh yeah, cement rocks. Army green. I like the army green on the Tacoma. I think it's a little much on the Tundras and the Sequoias. Horrible. Not horrible, but it's a little dark. And I've got a black truck, so I don't know what I'm saying. But I bought a silver Tundra because of the heat. It was either white or silver. Pick silver. I understand, man. My black truck gets horribly hot. In like 90-degree weather, you're just sweltering when you get inside that thing. Have you been able to go back to work yet? I know it's been a while. I would go crazy. Joe, no. I've been off since March 19th, and I got an email last week or the week before last that told me I was officially off till January 1st. That's a long time. It's like being retired. It is. It's literally like being retired. I am getting a taste of what it's like being retired if you couldn't travel. That's the worst part of it, is I can't go anywhere, really. I've dropped my truck off, but I just dealt with one person and left. I've went to the grocery store, I've went through drive-thrus, and that is about the extent of my going out. I am a goer, so it's driving me nuts being stuck at this house. Sometimes I just get out and ride around just to just to get away from the house, but it does drive me crazy. I do like the Army Green. If I was going to buy a new one, I would have a hard time deciding. I've been sitting here with like my foot like this and not paying attention, and my broke toe is a little bit, it's rough. Funny story. I went into the bathroom the other day and took a leak, and my laundry basket sits here, and the door, when you open it, don't open all the way because the laundry basket's a little big, and I have a small bathroom in the bedroom. And I opened the door and it hit that laundry basket and bounced back, and I nailed that toe on the edge of that door, on the frame of that door, and whatever had healed the week before, come loose. Oh my gosh. I am so careful now. Oh my gosh, I'm so careful. That hurt so bad. And now my foot, it's all swelled up. I mean, my toe is like 2 or 3 times the size of the other one. It's horrible. And now the mosquitoes are coming out. Does Rob make videos anymore on his Tundra? I don't think he makes videos anymore on his Tundra. It's in storage. Olive Garden? Yes, I love Olive Garden. Probably one of my favorite places to eat. I will have to post some pictures of my bearded face. I'd love to see it, man, because y'all get to see my face a lot, but I don't get to see your alls a lot. I probably am not following Gear on IG more. That's fine. I'm not really on IG anymore, so if you want to enter the giveaway now, though, you gotta follow me on IG and leave your Instagram comment in the video, or your Instagram name in the video. I appreciate the thumbs up, Victor. Then you are going to visit Uncle Phil. I know, right? Uncle Phil. I love watching them guys, man. I still watch their podcast. They do a podcast on here. I literally just watched it about an hour ago. You know, they talk about God, Jesus, and stuff like that, and it's just good. It's wholesome. You know, it's kind of like it is kind of like their show, because they don't just talk about religion, but they throw in some other funny stuff as well. So it's like watching their show, except they're just sitting at a table. Fortunately, when I try to grow a beard, it comes in like Joe Dirt. Mine used to. I have a lot of Native American Indian in me. You know, if I say Indian, there's a couple different kinds. But a lot of Native American Indian in me. And mine is just now starting. You know, I don't grow anything right here. It gets long here, but if I shave it, there's some spots right in here that's sketchy. There's some spots in here that's sketchy. But I just started being able to grow a beard. I'm 42, and I would say about 38 or 39 was when I started actually being able to grow a beard, because I have so much Indian in me that, you know, Native Americans don't grow a lot of hair. My dad has a horrible time growing a beard. And that's kind of why we're so dark complected and I don't have any chest hair. Like chest hair and stuff is non-existent. Just because of how much Native American I have in our family. Let's see here. Are there any Tundras in your area that are in the scrap yard? I'm looking for a transmission for mine. Still shifts fine, but my torque converter is on the way out. Not looking. I used to deal with the junkyards a lot. I used to do some auto body and stuff like that back in the day. But to tell you the truth about it, even when I did that, I didn't see Tundras there, man. I think Tundras are just hold their value so well that if you wreck something, it has to do like 70-75% damage to it before they total it. And it take a lot to total a Tundra just because it holds its value so well. So I really don't see very many Tundras in the junkyard. Just bought my wife a used Range Rover, and she loves it. Mo, I hope you bought the extended warranty, because I told my wife, if we buy a Mercedes, we're buying extended warranty, and Range Rovers are even worse for reliability. So please tell me you bought the extended warranty on this thing, or at least it has a warranty, and when it gets close to it, you're either going to buy an extended warranty or trade it in on another used one or something like that, because my wife liked Range Rovers, and I was like, look, honey, look, that's just not the, in my opinion. Now, I love the way they look, but they have a lot of issues, man. I see a lot of issues and things. So please tell me you bought the extended warranty. Hey, Andy, how you? Justin, what is up? Justin in the house. I'm doing great, man. Just thought I'd get on here tonight and shoot the bull with y'all a little bit. I miss talking to y'all, so I thought I'd get on here. I remember you said that. Yep. She had that. That was. I'm trying to think about the Accord was the one we got hit in Myrtle Beach, and the Civic was when the guy backed into her. If you do $40 worth of damage, it's got the Carfax on it, and it hurts the truck. Oh man, if you do, yeah, true. And that's another thing. That's why they would have said we were way upside down in it, because it would have showed up on the Carfax that car's been wrecked. And now, even though I know it just busted the grill and didn't do any damage to it, I mean, it didn't even scratch the headlights. It was just like he was in a jacked up truck and his trailer hitch. As soon, I think she blew the horn and he hit his brakes, but it was just soon enough that the ball on his trailer hitch hit her grill and just busted it. They didn't knock out the emblem or nothing, but it did have to be painted. There was like a surround piece that had to be painted on it. And because of that, we had to get it done at like a body shop, because it was a new car basically, and I wanted it done in a place that could keep the dirt out of it. I could have probably painted it, but I wanted to make sure that it was done somewhere that had a paint booth and looked as good as it did coming from the factory. So we let them do it. But yeah, it's going to show up on the Carfax for sure, and it's going to hurt it. Bye-bye Roush. Hopefully. I'm not saying that yet, because I've had 2 guys back out, but this guy seems to be pretty serious. You're still off work? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. How are you handling it? Horribly. I've watched a lot of TV. A lot. Oh dude, I would go nuts. I'm so glad I haven't stopped. Yeah, I watch a lot. I've watched a lot of knife stuff here lately, since I'm going to try to start the EDC channel. And for the ones that wasn't on here earlier, I've got a second channel. It was about guns. YouTube don't like guns, and I have to drive 45 minutes to go shoot to do videos on them. So I'm going to change that channel to EDC gear and knives, because YouTube will let me monetize that, and I can do that here. So my second channel, like I said before, I'll try to link it in the description below after all this is over. So you all can go subscribe to that. I would greatly appreciate that. Let's get that channel monetized so I can afford to buy knives and gear to do reviews on. But I'm going to do that instead. Guns, I love guns. I love shooting guns and stuff, but I have to travel so far to do it. I can shoot here, but I got a lot of neighbors and I don't want to bother them. So I usually go to the house in North Carolina to do it, and that's 45 minutes away. And that's just a long way to drive to do some videos that I will never be monetized. Not that it's all about the money, but it does help whenever you can make a little bit extra money to help pay for the stuff that you're reviewing. Sorry, what show were you talking about that you like? Which show? My mind is, I got ADHD, and I know I'm way behind on that comment, and I don't remember what I was talking about. So you'll have to remind me somewhere down in the comments here about what I was talking about, and then by the time I get to that, you'll have to remind me again. Hey, Gear, didn't recognize your beard. A bad storm here in Iowa in derecho, a mini hurricane, 140 mile per hour winds in one spot. Man, be safe, Nick. Prayers to you and your stay safe out there, man. I wish you the best. No, she's going to a Mercedes if she likes it. Big Mo is the one that bought the Range Rover. She likes the Range Rovers, but she decided to go with the Mercedes. I think it's a little bit bigger than the Range Rover she was looking at. Bought a warranty from dealership, got it at a good price, so I'll just trade some. Great. Warranty is the key thing here, because repairs on a Rover, that's pricey. 2-year powertrain, that's about the longest we will have it. I get it. I don't have, my Tundra is probably getting really close to the official vehicle that I've owned the longest in my life. We're coming up on 3 years. I think I owned one of my F-150s 4 to 4.5. So the Tundra is getting really close to the longest. Any good shows on Netflix? I watched Rust. It was some kind of repair where they take old cars and repair them. I watched that. I can't remember, was it Rust to Riches? I think it may be Rust to Riches. To tell you the truth about it, I don't really look at and I watch it. I'd have to actually go down there and look at what I've watched. But right off the bat, I know I watched that Rust. I like Hyperdrive. They've not came out with a second one yet, but I really liked Hyperdrive. It was good. There's actually a YouTuber that was in Hyperdrive. What's the name of the other channel? Oh, the other channel. It's called Knives and Gear, I think it is. I think that's what I called it, Knives and Gear. If y'all want to go check that out, I'd appreciate it. I don't have anything. I think there's like a few gun videos up, but those will probably be taken down, and I'll probably replace those with knives. I've not put any knife videos up on there yet because I just decided to do this like late yesterday and change the name and everything. But I figured there would be more people that probably like knives, more people interested in EDC stuff and stuff like that. Again, not saying guns will never make an appearance because it is an EDC channel, but they definitely won't be very prevalent on the channel. It'll be mainly knives and stuff like that because I literally probably have 40 or 50 knives that I can make videos on right now. And I just ordered one today, so there's another one coming in. And knives are just easier to buy. Not easier to buy, but I can order knives and have them sent to my house. Whereas if I want to review a gun, I've actually got to go out in public and buy one. So, and you know how the times are. Well, show that you said was wholesome and funny and religious. Yeah. Oh, Duck Dynasty and the Duck Dynasty guys do a podcast on here. It's called Unashamed, and I watch that podcast every time they have it. So that's the funny, wholesome. It's like watching Jace and Al sit around a table and talk. They do have a Bible study, but they tell funny stories and stuff like that too. And sometimes Jep comes. Jep actually moved to Austin, Texas, so he don't live in Monroe anymore. But every once in a while he'll come in. They have guests on there and stuff like that. So it's just a good show. A whole 3 years. Hey man, that's a second to me. That's a second record right there. Podcast sounds great. I'll check it out. Yep, that's what it is. A podcast. All right, guys and gals. I just want to let you know that I was going to start this second channel. That's the change that's coming. Like I said, I'll try to link it once this is all over with. We've been on here about 50 minutes or something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, and I'll try to go get that and link it in the description, or at least I'll link one of my gun. I can't do that. I'll do my best. I have to figure out how to grab that link and put it in, but I'll link it in here because I do everything on my phone, and sometimes it's tricky linking channels on your phone because it doesn't do it exactly right. But I'll try to go link that here in just a minute. Take care, man. Good to see you again. Good to see you too, Justin. Stay safe out there. Again, I hope you all stay safe. Stay safe from COVID. Stay safe from everything going on in the world today. Have a good night, everyone. You too, Sean. God bless each and every one of yous. I love yous. Thank you for watching the channel.